What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about the law of diminishing return. And if you are new to crypto and you're just coming on board, please pay attention to this video because you are about to make some of the biggest mistakes of your life when that, in my opinion, could really be avoided. So I'm going to break it down to you guys why investing in certain meme coins is probably going to be in your best interest, especially if you are starting off brand new with not much capital to your name, a few hundred to maybe a few $1,000s to your name, while getting into meme coins is the best solution as far as like trying to expand your capital. But many people are going to fall into the pitfall of actually just going after buying Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, as it stands right now, is priced out for retail investors. The reason being, it's at $107,000, guys. $107,000 just to be able to buy one Bitcoin. Now, I know you could buy, fractions of a Bitcoin, but when you look at the upside of Bitcoin, especially, where it could go, yes, we know it could possibly get into the millions, which would be a 10x from that. But if you only have $100 to your name, you know, that 10x is only going to make your $100 flip into $1,000. So that is not a big return, you know. Like most people are coming into crypto, want to invest $100, $500, $1,000, and possibly turning that $100 into maybe like 50,000, 100,000, $1,000,000. Those are typically the mindset of a newbie investor. Now, that can happen if you allocate your funds to the proper meme and the proper structure and you grind it out, because this is not going to be an easy feat like how people are trying to paint it, like you could just do this, and that is extremely hard to do. And I've been in this market since 2016. That is extremely hard to do. It's rare in between where you could just easily just do something and poof, it happened. It takes the right meme coin. It takes the right token in order for that to happen. And I'm going to tell you guys what meme coin that in my soul, in my bone, that I feel like is going to be able to make that type of return. I'm actually going to share with you guys with two of them. So understand this: whenever the law of diminishing return, simply, in layman's term, and I'm just gonna apply the law to crypto. The higher the market cap of a token, the the less the amount that you're gonna be able to get. Like the market cap of Bitcoin, right? It's at $2.1 trillion dollars. So the amount of capital that needs to be poured into Bitcoin in order for it to double, triple, quadruple, even do a 10x is extremely hard, guys. Now, I'm not saying that capital is not coming into Bitcoin, because as you could see right now, it is estimated that trillions of dollars is going to be coming into Bitcoin. So again, even with that trillions of dollars is going to come into Bitcoin, you're still potentially looking at maybe a 10x, guys. Again, if you're new, you have limited amount of capital, a 10x is not going to change the needle for you, unless if you're in a third world country. Now, Michael Saylor, what is he doing? He's constantly trying to bring more capital, more people, more businesses that's in, on Wall Street to being able to buy Bitcoin. So, of course, his stock is the proof of concept. I buy Bitcoin, my stock go up. One thing about the stock market is monkey see, monkey do. If one company sees another company having success of implementing a strategy, guess what they're going to do? They're going to implement the same strategy as well. So this is why I expect more capital to be poured into Bitcoin. Prime example of this, Ryan Cohen, CEO of GameStop. He met with him on February, and I'm assuming, and this is what everybody's assuming, that they were talking about like what would be the best strategy for GameStop to being able to buy Bitcoin. And all of a sudden, there's rumors that's coming out that GameStop actually already bought Bitcoin, and next thing you know, you're seeing boof, GameStop is going parabolic. So that again put another leg on that theory that, hey, if my company buys Bitcoin, guess what? It's going to go up. So these are the players that's actually accumulating Bitcoin: the institution, the Wall Street people, hedge funds, all these different millionaires and billionaires. They're the one who's constantly accumulating Bitcoin, because again, if they invest $30 million into Bitcoin and that flips into 10x, it gets to 300 million. That's a huge return because the capital is so big, you know? But if you are small time investor, retail investor, and you're coming in with $100, a 10x at the end of the day is not going to change the needle. Same thing. Like people may say, hey, go ahead and invest in Shiba Inu. That's the same thing. If Shiba Inu does another 100x, guys, it has to get to $800 billion market cap. Now, I did make a video explaining why when it comes to market cap, there's other stuff that you could do for, Shiba Inu to get there. But unless if the community cooperates, then that could happen. If not, then we could look at, maybe a 10x on Shiba Inu coming this cycle. So for me, the alternative, because I made the last cycle, I made over 6 figures investing into Shiba Inu, right? And that's because I got in early. So when most people were, fading Shiba Inu, it was somewhere around over here, guys. I mean, I got in roughly like late-ish March to early April. So right around here before it had this big run up. So that's how I was able to make my 6 figures, because I got in early when the market cap of Shiba Inu was extremely tiny. Most of my ads was during this consolidation period. Then my sell, of course, is going to be, I didn't catch it at the very top, so I actually caught it on the backside when it was coming down, because I know, at that point in time, it was going to be over until the next cycle. So if you're looking at Shiba Inu as the best possible investment to being able to make you rich, I know people are preaching the penny mark, Shiba Inu getting to a penny, but that is going to be extremely hard. It can happen. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but that is going to be extremely hard, and it's going to require the community actually coming together to do something to being able to make Shiba Inu reach a penny. For the one person in the back like, oh, they need to burn $1 trillion worth of SHIB. That's over like $20 million. Again, this is not free money that's just circulating around. In order for 1 trillion SHIB to get burnt, that requires over $20 million to be purchased of SHIB in order for it to be burned. So that is not realistic. And I'll make a separate video explaining that as well too. But again, the alternative for me during this cycle, instead of investing into SHIB, I'm invested into Bone. It is a sister or within the ecosystem of Shiba Inu. Market cap of this is $70 million market cap. So if it needs to do a 10x, that would put it at a $7 billion market cap. That is easier to be done versus you trying to get a token that is at 7 million or $8 billion market cap and trying to 10x that to get to a $700 billion market cap. Again, that is extremely hard to be able to do. Same thing with Pepe. Pepe market cap is at 6 billion. In order for Pepe to do a 10x from here, and especially if you're coming in, in order for it to do that 100x, we're looking at $600 billion, guys. $600 billion. So your $100, if you're trying to get that into $10,000, Pepe would have to get to $600 billion in order for you to do it. So is it possible? Yes, it's possible, but it is extremely hard. And this is why the law of diminishing return come to play. The higher the market cap of a token, the harder it is for you to double, triple, quadruple, 10x, 100x that token. So what tokens am I focusing on? I'm focusing more on Bone. Market cap again is at 70 million, and I'm focusing on Roaring Kitty. Roaring Kitty. Why Roaring Kitty? Look at the market cap of Roaring Kitty. It is at a $4 million market cap, meaning it could do more than 100x, because again, if it gets to just $1 billion market cap, we're looking at over 255x, guys. So meaning if you invest $100 into this token, you're looking at a $25,000 if it just get to $1 billion. Now, if it gets to the price point of Pepe or Shiba Inu, of course, that number is going to increase more. But I would love to take trades like this all day, all night. But of course, the criteria for getting into prime tokens like this is it does have to have a community. And again, I made separate videos explaining all of that. I'm not going to get into it. Plenty on the channel, but that is the reality of stuff. But many people fail to understand that, hey, me, looking at XYZ token or the next AI token that's already trading, above $1 billion market cap, that gets harder for you to be able to make money. At the end of the day, you're coming into this market to make money. And this is why Roaring Kitty, for me and for many other people, is probably the best option due to the low market cap. Because by the time it reach, in the billions of market cap, guess who's going to be taking control over it? It is going to more likely be the centralized exchanges. Similarly to how we see bigger tokens who reach billions of dollars in market cap, then you start to see more and more centralized exchanges starting to gravitate and buy it, because for them, they could put 20-30 million dollars into it at 10x. Boom, that's a big return for them. So keep that in mind. Last thing I'm going to leave you guys, huge shout out to Red, one of the Roaring Kitty community member. He just donated today 5,000 bone, guys. That is huge. That is massive. So that 5,000 bone is going to go towards our Shibarium liquidity pool. He donated 5,000, I want to say last month as well too. That went straight to the liquidity pool. Now this just came, it's going to the liquidity pool as well too. And if you want to help Shibarium, again, all these idle talk of stuff not happening, what's going on, be a part of the solution. That's all you have to do. Be a part of the solution. Everything else is going to work. So Roaring Kitty NFT, we're still minting out the NFTs in order to raise more capital to get onto Shibarium, more liquidity, more bone buying, as well as more Roaring Kitty buying as well too. So go ahead and go on to OpenSea. I'll leave the link in the description. Go ahead and mint your NFT. As soon as you mint it, capital is going to go straight to the marketing wallet. From the marketing wallet, is going to purchase bone on the open market, as well as is going to purchase Roar on the open market to pair that over to Shibarium. But leave a like, leave a comment. Random Arts guys signing off. Peace!